of a company called Solas VR. And I live in Tipperary. I live in Ballinagh, and have done for about 8 years. But before that, we lived on Malpass Street, which you'll probably all know is just off Clonbrazil Street. So we were there for 6 or 7 years, I think. And my family, my mum's family are from just around the corner on Grantham Street originally. So I know the area well. So it's great to be hopefully doing something in the area. And what that something is a project sponsored by Smart D8 and kind of run in conjunction with the Digital Hub, who are kind of project managing it. But basically it's this idea of introducing digital or technological wellness into organizations or into the community. And what we do is we have an app. It's a virtual reality app called Solas VR. And I don't know what you guys know about virtual reality. But basically what VR does is you put a headset on your head, and it shows you a scene. So a headset might look, something like this. You put it on your head like so, and basically it's lenses with a mobile phone or a computer in it, basically, right? So it shows you a whole series of scenes, and that could be used for training, for wellness, for education. There's apps out there that will take you to, the Taj Mahal or Versailles or something, and you can get virtual tours and all the rest of it. But what the power of it is that it's like the Star Trek holodeck or something like that. It makes you believe you're where it says you are. Okay. So and I'll show you a quick video in a minute. In our app, when we put you in a scene that's beside a lake or a forest, you really start to believe you're there. So what happens in our bodies throughout the day is we stimulate our sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight, flight, or freeze. And I'm sure you guys know a lot about this, but so that's anything from stress trying to get into a meeting, or you put too much milk in your coffee, or something drastic happens, you get sick, or somebody has an accident or gets sick or whatever. So it all adds to our stress levels. The parasympathetic nervous system is the balancing of that. It's the calmness, and that's the one that kind of grounds you and slows down your breath and all that kind of thing. And it's really important to be calm, to train better, to communicate better, to make decisions better. So what we do is, this is meditation for cheaters, basically, right? So you stick a headset on, it takes you to a lake, you start to believe you're there, and you start to calm down. So we can introduce that. And what I do, actually, I'll stop there and I'll show you I'll just share the video. You click on, the beach, the forest, the valley, there's a sacred site there from Glendalough. There's a waterfall. Once you select in this case, it's the lake at Glendalough, you can then select your audio. So you have 5 or 10 minutes, you have male or female or no voiceover, you have music, drumming, sound, nature sounds, or again, no sound. So you can kind of create the environment that works for you. And when you make that selection, then what happens is you get invited, I suppose, to join this meditation. Now, if you're in the headset proper, this is a full 360. So as you look around, you're immersed in the side of this lake in Glendalough. So it's above you, below you, around you, all the rest of it. And you'll see as this is taken in app. So somebody is looking around just to show you that, right?
Welcome to a place of great natural beauty, a place of lakeside tranquility and still peacefulness. And for the next while, this is yours, for you to enjoy completely solo.
And then the other one is the wisdom space. So this is, again, you pick your location, and having selected your location, we then have a series of wisdom tales. So these are, Aesop fables type things. They're actually taken from Irish and Indian and Chinese mythology, but there's, lessons in humility and lessons in how to ask for help, or how to keep learning, or how to persevere, or how to be adaptable. So it's, again, we just take you into the space
Welcome to another of our weekly wisdoms. How do you approach people you would like to learn from? How do you nourish your curiosity? How do you share?
I'll just skip on there because just kind of technical stuff. And then this one, sorry, is the breathing space. So again, you'll see, you breathing for, I think there was power boost and relaxation, confidence, better sleeping. And again, sitting in a nice spot in nature.
Welcome to another exercise in our series of breathing techniques. In this space, we pick a technique, describe its benefits, talk through how to do the exercises, and allow time for practice. This technique is known as lion's breath.
Is either through the headset, which is, the lenses, the Wi-Fi, the processing power, all that, or the other way you can do it is you can do it with one of these guys, which is like, it's called a Google Cardboard. So basically it's the lenses. And then the phone itself is where all the power is. So you download the app onto the phone and then you play it and you look through like that and you get the full 360 immersive experience that way. And if you look at it on the phone, on the app, you would, when you download it, you see a split screen. So that's how you get that 360 immersive experience. And the lenses kind of bring it all back together. So you have one experience. And that's what we've been rolling out through a couple of community groups over the last month or so. And some community groups have used it for staff and some will then roll out to their clients. So basically what the project is offering is, the Google Cardboards and the subscriptions for nothing for organizations like yourselves to take 5, 10, 20 subscriptions and either roll it out for staff or for end users, for your clients. And we're not suggesting that it's it's a panacea. It's not the be all and end all. It doesn't replace going for a walk in, Phoenix Park. But for some people who can't get to Phoenix Park, it might, reconnect them with nature. A response, particularly from the lake there, is always, oh my God, the sunshine. People just, oh my God, it's so bright. So it's even just things like that. And of course, it's a lovely talking point. And we find it's a great way of talking about wellness without talking about it. It's a nice way of introducing the conversation. So instead of that, kind of awkward looking somebody in the eye and saying, how are you feeling today? Kathleen, how are you? Tell me about yourself. It's like, hang on, it's kind of, how did you enjoy the lake? Or did you prefer to be in the forest? Or do you prefer this voiceover or that? And you can start to build a bit of, rapport talking about relaxation and what have you. And what people need is a relatively new mobile phone. That's, but most of the brands and maybe, newer than 2 or 3 years old kind of thing. So some can be older. So that's kind of the proposition. We've run some introductions and we've got some really good feedback that we've done just the last few weeks in the digital hub with a few different projects. So that's the kind of the offer that's there. So look, I'll shut up and see if anybody's any questions about that, either about VR itself or the project or whatever.